But we're going to get into our news items this week. Now, the first one I am going to introduce, we'll go back and forth, Katie, if that's okay with you.
Hey,
I added this one because I kind of wanted to show people out there that the headlines is not all that it's meant to be. And if you are a headline reader and that's how you get your news, then you are doing it wrong because, as we all know, Richard Simmons passed away a couple weeks ago. And last week, Katie and I tributed him on the show with one of his skits from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Again, one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. I don't even think Cool Me's seen that yet because it came out yesterday, I think. Or maybe it comes out next Friday. I'm so lost on what episode
I
comes
am
out
too.
when. It's
I'm so
whatever.
lost.
It's
It
just
might be this
whatever.
Friday. It might be this Friday, and I haven't yet to get to it because obviously, I had the boys over, so
Yeah.
they were visiting, so I haven't
I
had a
don't.
chance.
I'll keep it real. I think it comes out this coming Friday, and then the Friday
Gotcha.
after is this one. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's the first time we played a video on the show, other than for the sleaze bag Doctor Disrespect. But anyway, I saw this headline.
God, I wish I could have got on that episode.
Right. Um, I hope we did that justice. I thought Katie and I did really well during that segment. I thought it was really
Yep.
almost like a whiteboard segment. But anyway, so I saw this headline, and I feel like a lot of people in the hustle and bustle of everyday life just get their news from headlines. And if you do, then you have to be extremely careful because the way mainstream media will you over is by giving you a headline that is meant for you to click into the story to get more. And if you are too busy to do so, then the headline is not exactly what it's meant to be. And so the headline for this is Richard Simmons' death under investigation, Los Angeles police say. So when I saw this come across my timeline, I immediately thought, holy crap, somebody killed Richard Simmons. So, I mean, that's going to be the first place you travel by reading that headline. Yes or no?
Oh yeah, that's
Okay,
exactly what I thought when I read it.
right. So then you come in here and it says the sudden death of fitness icon Richard Simmons is under investigation by the medical examiner, according to the Los Angeles Police Department. Second sentence, no foul play is suspected.
Suspected. Also, it says later on, I'm going to skip ahead. The LAPD literally said there is no foul play, but right here it says no foul play is suspected.
There is a
So
quote,
like that's going to be an open.
there is an actual quote from the LAPD spokesperson, quote, there is no foul play, unquote.
But the way that's phrased, it leaves it kind of open ended.
There's literally no story here. So basically
Yeah.
what they're saying is because he's uber famous and he passed away essentially in Hollywood, that they're just going to make sure that he died of what they're saying he died of. But yet the Guardian, which is where this story, or MSN, is where this story came from, it's just a misleading headline. And I'm so tired of misleading headlines, misinformation, disinformation, all of that shit. Because people are so busy nowadays that they're just going to read the headline. They're automatically going to think. I guarantee 5 years from now, there's going to be people walking around thinking that Richard Simmons was murdered just because of this shit. And it's unfair for the person that passed away because the person has a legacy, and now that legacy could be ruined or even sullied somewhat just because of a lazy headline meant to get clicks. And it's bullshit, to keep it real.
Absolutely.
But anyway, I did mention in our tribute last week that he kind of disappeared from the public eye, and the story does talk about that. But I've actually I went down the Richard Simmons rabbit hole, which is a nice place to be because he was a really awesome human being, by the way. If you don't know much about him, I implore you to research. The guy was amazing. But he had social media. He had a Facebook page that he was very active on. And and he posted a picture every day with a caption on it. And from what I was reading from his staff, his crew, whatever, those captions were like his daily content, his creative juices. Like he went through all of those and double checked and triple checked and all of that. But anyway, I wanted to clear that shit up. Richard Simmons was not murdered. There is no foul play suspected. So if you saw this headline and just quickly kind of scrolled through it, I kind of wanted to clear that up for our tens and tens of viewers.
More than that.
I wish.